What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, Dwayne Nettles, aka Mr. Nettles. I'm gonna pass it over to my co-host.
Yo, man, it's your boy, man. You already know what it is, man. Your man Maximilian. You know, what's up? You know,
What's going on, y'all, man? This Jose Rivera right here, man. Just chiming in, ready to get this in. So,
All right, and collectively we make the Last of Hip Hop podcast. Coming back to you this week. Shout out to Facebook, live on Facebook tonight. Thank you to our supporters who hopping on with us live. This is episode 4, season 2, entitled Mamba Mentality. We're about a year out from the passing of Kobe, so we want to come on the platform today and talk a little bit about his legacy and what he meant to us. So let's start with, we're looking at about a year out now, and let's look back at where you were last year when you got the news. Where were you last year, Max, when you heard the news that Kobe had passed?
man, where was I at last year? I think it was at the crib. I was looking on Instagram, and I think I was looking on Lethal Shooter, account, and I saw it. I'm like, yo, what? Like, man, it can't be true. This is a a lie or whatever. So I went on Google's. I did my Googles. I went everywhere checking, like, because at that time they still were developing the story.
Right.
So a lot of the information, was still unclear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you had to go to source. You check the TMZ. TMZ be, they be lying sometimes. The different sources or whatever. And, a couple minutes or, half an hour go by, and then that's when the story started to develop. People on Shade Room, everywhere, just like, and it was like, what? Get out of here. Can't be true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
All right. Where were you, Jose, last year when you heard the news?
I was actually in the living room when I heard the news. I thought it was like fake because I think the only source that really had posted it was TMZ. And then basically, maybe like an hour or two later, that's when the other, I guess, news outlets started pouring in, and that's when we knew it was real. So,
yeah, I remember. It's crazy. I was in Myrtle Beach, matter of fact, because I had just finished up We had just wrapped our student leadership conference the previous day, so we was wrapping up. We were coming back from dinner that Sunday. And I remember my phone kept blowing. I kept getting texts. Like, people kept texting me like, yo, like somebody texted me like, yo, Kobe Bryant died. So I was like, what? So I remember looking it up and hopping on Google, and I saw a TMZ ad, but like nothing really came out yet. But then maybe 10, 15 minutes later, like it came over the radio. So it was like, yo, this is nuts. And by the time we got back to the hotel, it was just all over the news. It was everywhere by that point. So I don't know if I've ever experienced nothing of that magnitude where people are just blowing you up to like yo, this is like this like unbelievable. And I guess because Kobe was so young, like for a helicopter crash, it's like that's not something to really expect. So I just remember that day initially just being nuts, man. It's just crazy. We'll kind of get more into that day of and just like the days following the passing of the news. Max, you being from Philly and actually going to Lower Marion, what was that experience like, being that's where Kobe is from?
Oh man, that was a wonderful experience, man. Because every time the Sixers would play the Lakers, Kobe and them would come in town, and he made it a effort to come to the school and rub shoulders, come back to talk to the coach, different teachers or whatever like that. Sign autographs with the kids. I had to get an autograph one year. But just seeing his presence, like, what I mean, when you see him walking through the hallways or whatever, like, dang, that's Kobe right there. Like, you know what I mean? So, it was an amazing experience, man. Like, touching greatness, man. So.
Right. That's dope, man. Let me ask this: what was it like? What was it like in the city, so to speak? Because I remember, and the reason I asked that because I remember I grew up a Lakers fan, but I remember specifically the year LA went to the finals against Philly. And I just remember like the crowd not rocking with Kobe
Oh
whatsoever.
yeah, that's a fact. But there's always been like rumblings of him, like, people will say he's not from Philly, this, that, and the third,
Right.
and and he always used to be in West Philly, what I mean? You talk to different sources and things like that. But that that it built like, going against the home team. So it's like,
Right.
Philly fans are passionate, you know what I mean? And, Cole was, he was in a different light at that time. Cole was coming into being Kobe. So, what I mean?
Right.
And Philly being so, hard
Very,
nosed.
very abrasive.
Yeah,
Very abrasive city.
very, very. So
That's what's up. All right, let's do this. Let's lean into. We're gonna jump into the meat of the show. We want to use this episode as not so much as to talk about his past and him being gone. We want to remember those times and memories of Kobe when he was here. So we want to focus on first favorite Kobe moments. So Jose, what would you say? What comes to mind when you think of your favorite Kobe moments? And it don't got to be necessarily one, but what are some of your favorite Kobe moments you can think of?
I'll see if I can give you a couple because I don't want to like give like the major ones. One of the moments I would have to say is one of my favorite basketball players is T-Mac. So I always love to see, Kobe and T-Mac, going back and forth. One of the things Kobe always said that one of his hardest opponents that he had to guard was Tracy McGrady because he was just saying Tracy McGrady had like this lackadaisical type of look. Like he just looked like he wasn't interested. So you didn't know like what he was going to do. You didn't know if he was going to, drive to the basket. You didn't know if he was going to shoot over you. You had no idea. Also, one of the funny moments was, I don't want to bring up the moment where he did drop 81 on
Not Jalen.
on the Raptors. But I saw a commercial on ESPN, and basically it was him sitting down with Jalen Rose. And, and like he asked like the person for like 81 like olives. So you got like Jalen Rose like looking at my phone. Oh my God, that was so and it was like it just made you go back to that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe and like giving him like a stare down, and like Jalen Rose is like giving the stare down back.
Hey yo, speaking of that, have y'all seen the meme with Kobe and all the cats? They was like, smile if Kobe's dropped 40 on you, and Jalen Rose had 2 smiles on his face.
Oh man,
that's hilarious, yo. That is hilarious. But yeah, that was a great commercial, man. Any other moments, Jose?
I'm trying to think of another moment. I always liked his when Shaq left. I always liked the matchups that he had when he went into the playoffs. So even though like the team wasn't as talented as they were, I enjoyed watching the matchups like between like him and Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Between like you had like Steve Nash and you had like Mari Stoudemire and you had like Sean Marion. So I used to like watch those matchups because it really was like the whole Phoenix team going up against like Kobe, basically. Because everybody else was, I think they had like Ronnie Turriell,
Smush Parker.
Like, Smush Parker. They had
Luke Walton.
Oh my God, that whole lineup was like the worst.
Garbage juice.
You had Andrew Bynum when he was like on the way out. So you had the lazy Andrew Bynum.
But no, that was before. That was early Bynum. Early Bynum. He
yeah, that was early Bynum.
You had what was the dude, the George dude? What was his name?
Oh, we're talking about Devin George.
Devin George, like that whole lineup was horrible. But listen, but Cole got him to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So
Cole's gonna drag him to the playoffs, man. He's gonna drag him to the playoffs. All right, let's hop over to Max. Max, what were some of your favorite Kobe moments?
It's so many to name, bro. Like, you know, I think the ones that stick out now, and I find myself going to YouTube and checking out, like, you know, the rivalries against Mike. You know what I'm saying? For him to be so, you know, he adored Mike, and to see those old games, you know what I'm saying, and you know, or the matchups with AI. Yeah. You know, those some of the ones that stick out, because those are like, you know, two of the players that really, you know, brought his A game and, you know, took him to another level.
Right.
Of course, the dunk contest, that was dope. You know, like Kurt said, the 81 game, it's so many, man. You know what I mean? I think back my last one. I think back to that Jazz game.
Oh, that
when
final,
he shot them air balls, and that was like, you know, coming into the lead. What was that like? His
rookie season, second season,
rookie. So one of them, right?
That might have been a second season, a playoff game.
Second season might have, yeah. And that,
cause they got swept that year, didn't they?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but you know that turned him. You know,
that turned it up.
Like certain moments in his career, you know, that was one of them.
That turned it up.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I mean, the one that stands out, both of you guys mentioned the 81-point performance in Toronto. I mean, that was just like, as far as performances I've seen, from scoring performances I've seen, we've all heard about Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100, but those are just like urban legends. Like, you hear about it. Like, to see somebody drop 81 in the modern era, it was just like, yo, this dude is like, it was like he was throwing it to the ocean. Like, he couldn't
right.
So that was a big one. Yo, do y'all remember the year when Kobe went on that long streak of like scoring like 50?
Oh my
God. He was dropping like 50 on everybody. It was like, what was it, like 4 or 5 games in a row?
Yes.
Which is like torturing folks. Like, he went what? Like, it was a long streak of 40. But like the numbers was like stupid for a few of them. So I remember that. The final game versus Utah when he dropped 60. I remember watching that joint. Game don't even mean nothing.
Oh yeah.
The game didn't even matter for the Lakers. Wasn't going to the playoffs. Had nothing to prove. Cole dropped 60 and puts Utah out the playoffs. It was like the revenge of Kobe one more time. Like, well, I can't go to the playoffs. I'm gonna make sure y'all don't go either.
Right.
What's another one? The dunk contest in '97. That was a big one.
But that last game,
that final game, it was something special. Though it was like,
remember?
Remember
Kanye had the
Kobe Bryant found a way to make a meaningless game seem like the NBA Finals. That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
What's another Kobe moment I love? I remember do y'all remember the Kobe commercials? The Kobe and LeBron, the puppets, the puppet commercials?
Yeah.
Those are my joints. Hey, it's a lot of Kobe moments though.
There's a lot of Kobe moments.
You think about it. So I think those are my favorite moments. Let's move into what Kobe means to you. So Jose, I'm gonna let you start. What is when you think about Kobe, what does Kobe mean to you?
Kobe, when it comes to like what he means to me is he's a fierce competitor. You know what I'm saying? If he does lose, I'm gonna tell you something that I remember. You know, one of my friends, Daryl Garner, had told me when Kobe had lost to the Celtics, whatever song they played when the Celtics had won, Cole played that song every single day. I'm talking about like right after they lost, Cole played that song. So the following year, the Lakers had beat the Celtics. And that's
They
something.
won the next year. The Celtics didn't make it the next year, but it was the year following that. Because the next year they beat.
There you go.
They beat Orlando.
And so that shows you what type of person or what type of competitor he was. He remembered that, like, you know what? This song right here that y'all celebrated to, I'm gonna play this song every single day, and I'm gonna make sure that I get better to the point where y'all come back. I'm gonna beat y'all to the point where y'all gonna understand, and he gonna stick it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was a great teacher. I felt like Kobe knew the positions like from the 1 to the 5 low, so he could tell like somebody like Derek Fisher where he needs to be, and he also could tell somebody like Andrew Bynum. He could tell him where he needs to be at on the court. You know, so when it came to like IQ, like as far as like basketball IQ, it was a very high level. A lot of people didn't like his attitude, but Cole just wanted to make sure if he was giving 100%, he wanted to make sure that you was giving 100% too, because that's a part of being like a team player. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got to contribute. You know what I'm saying? In order for the team to win. So,
right. What about you, Max? What's Kobe mean to you?
I think Cole, man, what do Cole mean to me? I mean, like you said, you know, him, you know, going to my alma mater, you know, coming up playing ball, like that's the thing, like, you know, people be like, man, you go to Kobe school, or you trying to be like Kobe, or you know what I'm saying, like, you know, your game, you know, nowhere near Kobe, but you know what I'm saying, you kind of like, you know, you think on that tip, like, yeah, I'm going to Kobe school, I'm about to be the next Kobe, you know, means so much, man. Like having somebody of his caliber coming out,
right?
You know, where you went to school, where you grew up at, man, means a lot, man. And not only me, but you know, guys, you know, where I'm from, man, Cole, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, like. And guys that I know, you know, that I grew up with, my brothers that, you know, brothers know, have stories about Kobe, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just, yeah, it's dope.
Right.
You know, it means a lot. It means a lot to me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll say for me, I guess growing up a Lakers fan, it's a little different because, like he's been like a cornerstone for that franchise for a long time. So, you know, this person you've been like, as a fan, you know, you just attached to him just anyway. So I think for me, you know, seeing him when I think about Kobe, I think he's like, to me, like he's like the bridge between the eras, between that golden era and that new era, what I say. So he's the last guy, and it probably will be the last guy who's a lifelong player on one team, I think. Like for somebody in that era to play 20 years on one team and not go anywhere else, it's unheard of.
Yeah,
at this point. There was some mumblings of it when that free agency year he was going to Chicago, talked about going to Clippers possibly, but staying in LA and spending that 20 years in LA, not asking for a trade, not being shipped off. Like that's just a unique thing. So I think he has a firm attachment to the LA and the Laker dynasty itself. What it means to me, for me, the thing I admire most about Kobe is he was one of the first players I saw that embraced being the bad guy.
And I forgot to mention that too.
Like you think about it, there are a lot of guys who played, they wanted to be looked at as the fan friendly, the guy that everybody loves, the guy that's loved by the league and by the media. Kobe kind of embraced, because there's a lot of mumbles about Kobe selfish. He doesn't want to pass the ball. He's not a team player. He's not a leader. Versus, instead of going against the grain, and like, you know, a lot of people would take that and be like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. I'm this person. They'll go against the media. Kobe just kind of embraced it. Like, no, I'm not gonna pass the ball. I'm not gonna pass the ball. This is my team. I don't mind being the bad. Like, he's the first person to me, like, it didn't really, like, when the media said something, it didn't matter with Kobe. Like, as long as Kobe was out there putting in work and winning, that was the bottom line.
So Wayne, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So you don't mind being the bad guy, huh? Is that what you're implying?
I
know it's like you could have picked
I don't mind.
anything.
I don't mind being the bad guy. I don't.
Oh, okay.
If I'm doing my due diligence, I don't mind.
I would say this. I don't think it was so much of being the bad guy. I think, like, when Kobe first came in the league, you gotta think he was this 17-year-old kid, and he had all this potential.
He was a pretty boy.
You know, we seen the situation that happened in the media where they really tried to tear this guy down. So it's like Kobe had to like really like reinvent himself and turn himself into this person where like you try to tear me down, so now I'm gonna show you who I really am. You see what I'm saying? And he built that. Like most people, they would have just folded. You see what I'm saying? Like they try to tell you that they ain't gonna come back. But Kobe came back with a vengeance.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm about to show you who I am, and I'm gonna do it respectfully to where you gotta respect me as a man and as a person.
Right. That's why I love the kind of like Kobe is like when a players, and it's ironic too that he switched numbers and everything. So Kobe literally like he's one of the first athletes I seen in the same sport make a rebrand almost. Like he transitioned from the 8 being, so he almost separated himself from being, all right, I'm the 1-2 punch guy. I'm the second fiddle. I'm the second fiddle to Shaq. I'm a high profile scorer to becoming 24, and then really turn it up with the Mamba mentality and like rebranding himself as a whole new guy almost. So it's like, yo, you saw these. It's almost like you saw these two separate careers from Kobe. You saw Kobe growing into the high profile player, and then the transition to becoming, okay, I'm the MVP Kobe now. I'm the best player in the league type cat now. Like, I would say this too. This is the person I've always recognized Kobe for this. When I watch basketball, as long as I've been watching the NBA, there's a few players I look at when I watch them play, and I said every year they were better than the year I saw them previously. Right. And I've only seen it a few times, and the people I can name when I say that, really Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. There's very few people I've seen every year to year to year. When I see the guy the next season, and I say to myself, this guy is a better basketball player than he was last year, regardless of the body breaking down, regardless of the injury.
To his game.
They was always adding something to his game. Like they were just constantly getting better. So I think that's one of the dynamics I always admired about Kobe, I would say. But definitely the Mamba mentality, just him having, just seeing that hunger, that desire to be better, and regardless of what the stakes were. I feel like for Kobe, it was regardless of the season, regardless of his teammates, regardless of the position that the Lakers were in. I felt like for Kobe, it was championship or bust every season.
I agree with that. And Wayne, I do want to say this to you. It's a new episode. I want to, show this right here.
Hey, turn up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? New episode. Hold up real quick. Let me turn it around so y'all can see it. You know what I'm saying? Got this. I'm a pour one for Cole today. You know what I'm saying? For Cole.
You should have started. You should have started drinking before the show.
Nah, bro. Listen.
The energy was kind of.
The energy was the energy. Listen, the energy was not off.
He right on time. Look, he right on time. Cause we're gonna get into. We're gonna say the debate portion for the very end.
I just wanted that energy.
We're gonna say the debate portion for the very end.
See, let's do this. Your problem is, Max.
This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna hit. We're gonna hit. Matter of fact, we'll say that part for the end. This is what I want to do. We're gonna have a little debate portion of the show. So let's look at. So I'm gonna ask everybody individually first. Where does Kobe rank all time?
Oh, he better than Mike.
No, listen. This is what I want to do too, because I don't want this to become a ESPN.
Oh, he better than Mike.
But look, no, that's cool too. But I don't want this to be an ESPN conversation where they throw up like lofty terms, like, oh, he's better than LeBron. He's better. I want a number. Where does Kobe rank all time?
Number one.
Matt says number one. Greatest
Number
of
one.
all
Oh
time.
yeah, number one. Number one for sure.
Matt says number
Kobe
one.
the
Greatest
best
of all
ever,
time.
man.
Where you putting on Jose?
I think I'm gonna put him. Hold on, real quick. Let me do my little magic real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. I might need to take a shot for this, but take a little drink. But we're gonna see. Let me see. I'm gonna put him 5.
Oh my God! Me and Jose are in agreement.
I'm gonna put him 5.
I know who y'all putting 4.
I had to sit. I had to sit there.
In agreement.
I had to sit there and put some names in my head. And be like, you know what?
I tend to sit Kobe at 5 too. I tend to sit Kobe top 5.
Kobe number 1, man. Nah, real talk though. I gotta do mine over.
Yeah, cause you know, Max,
hold up.
You Andrew Bynum right now. You Andrew Bynum.
Was it
right
Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe? Was that top 3?
That's 3. You want to put them 3?
Jordan, LeBron, Kobe.
I mean, that's. I'm not mad at that. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm saying who y'all 5, who y'all 4, but who's
my 5?
Yeah, who's your 5?
In my opinion, Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. Like, I haven't seen a player better than Michael Jordan. In my opinion. So I always put Mike at 1.
Cole giving Mike the business.
I always put Mike at 1.
Kobe's giving Mike the business.
I always put Mike at 1. 2.
Cole giving Mike the business.
2. I put Bron at 2. Simply because I haven't seen an athlete of that caliber ever, in my opinion. I put Bron at 2. 3. Listen, I'm a fan of this guy, but I've never been a fan of this guy's team. I put Tim at 3.
Oh, tell me
what?
Tim Duncan.
Tell me the greatest power forward, arguably greatest power forward.
Hold on, it's kind of a little tight on that.
I think I like that. I like that one. Who you for?
I put Tim Duncan at 3. And then 4 is tough because then you got like really 4 and 5 is tough because I tend to float Kobe, Kareem, and then and Wilt Chamberlain around that 3, 4, 5, 6 spot. But I'm for the purposes of the day. For the purposes of the day, I'm gonna go Mike, Bron, Tim Duncan. Who did I say tonight? Wilt Chamberlain, not Wilt Chamberlain. Kareem.
Listen, this is my 5 right here. AI.
No,
you lost.
What?
That's the Philly 5.
Get off the show right now.
That's the Philly 5.
Get off the show right now.
That's the Philly 5.
You crazy. AI.
Bro, you need to get off the show right now. Yes.
That's my top 5 right there.
Let Matt finish. Let Matt finish.
We got AI, Shaq, Cole, Bron. Give me KG. No, don't. That's my NBA Live 2K.
That's your NBA Live lineup. That's your NBA Live lineup.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. All right, let's look at this. So we talked about where Kobe ranks all time.
Hold on, Wayne.
What you about to say?
Hold on. So you know how we did 5 quarterbacks. For season 1.
Right.
Season 2, 5. You gotta name all the fans, followers, top 5 NBA players all time.
Top 5. Listen, Wayne, listen.
Now, are we doing? Now, let me clarify too. Are we doing a top 5? My top 5, my favorite.
No.
Are we doing?
No.
Top 5 greatest of all time? Are we doing
top
my top 5
greatest?
Are we doing my 5, my lineup? Like I'm about to field
top
the team.
5 greatest of all time.
Right.
AI better than every
personal though, right?
Who's better? Who's better? You gonna say who's? I'm not saying Steph better. AI better than Steph.
Bro, I'm gonna hit you with the Quilly. I'm gonna hit you with the Quilly right now. Cause you out of pocket right now. You are
Hey,
out of
listen,
line.
you know what though? If we do
You.
a top five though, if it's a personal top five, I'm not mad at AI making a top five per se.
No,
Come
this ain't
on, bro.
personal top 5. This the
I'm
top
riding with
5
AI. I'm riding with
all
AI.
time.
Do the personal.
AI don't make
Do
top
Shaq.
your personal. No, do
15.
your personal top five. Do your personal top five. Because if you do top five all time,
AI.
4 out of 5 gonna be the same.
Who rocking? Who going against AI? Nobody. AI, Shaq, Cole, Bron.
That's 4. Who's your 5?
I might go on your joint. Since Barkley don't got a championship, he run with me.
Bro, your list is trash, bro.
I ain't mad at it.
No, you know, I was
your
thinking
list
about
is
Tim Duncan.
trash.
He ain't gonna beat my list, but I mean, I ain't
Trash.
I was thinking about Tim Duncan. Go ahead.
It's not a trash
Wayne,
list.
Wayne,
Who you got,
listen.
Jose?
Give me Kareem.
All right.
Give me Jordan.
All right.
Give me Brian.
All right.
Give me Cole.
Okay.
And give me Magic.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. All right, this is what I'm gonna do.
Still not being my team. Go ahead, Wayne.
Oh, it's definitely being your team, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna do. But listen, if I do my top five, like who I think the best, it's not gonna be a team per se because it's gonna be mostly big men. So it wouldn't be a team that could compete per se. So I'm a venture. I'm doing kind of what Max did. I'm gonna venture out a little bit. So this ain't my top 5 all time, but this is my top. If I had to field a team, this would be my 5. So I'm gonna take so Cole gonna be there. So Cole, Mike, Bron, my big man. I'm gonna go with Wilt. Wilt gonna be my big man.
And Shaq, I'm just throwing it down to Shaq all
Wilt gonna be my big man.
It's not even I don't know.
And then I think I'm gonna go either. I'm torn.
No, you can't pick no either.
No,
pick
no, this is
one.
what I'm saying. No, this is why I say either. It could be either. I'll take either one.
Make the decision.
I'm gonna go with Mike. I'm gonna go with Magic, but I will sub out Magic for Oscar Robertson. If I would take either one.
What?
Either way, I win.
No, you don't.
You know Wayne.
Oscar Robertson. Listen, Oscar Robertson.
I got Kareem and Shaq, bro. Nothing. Nobody.
Kareem and Shaq ain't.
You crazy. You got Kareem
and Shaq.
Hold on. You know what you do?
Somebody's gonna be allowed.
No, to make it fair, you got it. No. If you got a power forward, it got to be a power forward. You can't have 2 centers on the team.
Well, listen. Let's redo it and let's
pick by position.
For the position.
No.
Pick your team with the position.
No, we're going to have to do this another time. We're going to have to say this for another show. We're going to have to say this for another show. Because you bouncing trash, from, you going to
hold up. Curtis Rogers has tapped in. So
what
he has made a top 5. Well, I like the top 5 too. I like Curtis Rogers top 5.
What's his top 5?
His top 5: Tim Duncan,
okay,
Shaq, Cole, Jordan, and Bron.
Oh, you gotta take Tim out of there, bro.
Listen, you can't argue.
But I'm saying under the guidelines, if you take
if I'm gonna take a power forward, I'll probably take KG before I take.
It's KG's career better than Tim's though. So
I'm just listen. We talk.
I would too.
I'm taking Tim over KG. I love KG.
I'm taking KG.
I gotta take KG with the Timberwolves though. I'm not taking the KG with Boston.
It would change the conversation.
Listen, I'm not taking KG with Boston. I'm taking the one with Minnesota. That's a Fendi.
Now I would say this. I'll take Boston. KG defensively.
Take a sip.
I'll take defensive KG.
But he was a beast. He was a beast in Minnesota.
He was, but he
I will take KG in Minnesota over Tim Duncan.
KG can play the 1 through the 4 easy. Easy in Minnesota.
I'm taking KG over Tim Duncan, Minnesota version.
Man.
Minnesota KG that's another ammo though. That's a whole other ammo.
But
that was another ammo. Another ammo. I wish he. we gotta do this more often because there's some lineups.
Let's do this.
Top 5. Think about
let's look at these numbers though.
Hold on, Wayne. Think about a lineup like an all scoring, all time lineup. It'd have like
doing
KD.
All-time scoring lineup.
It'd have like KD. That'd be tough. Like an all defensive team. Like
you know what? No, there's some scores that listen. there's some underrated scores that we forget about because they played so long ago.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm saying.
Listen, name your top 3 defenders. Your favorite 3 defenders.
Big defenders
that you like
are
to see.
guards though.
Yeah. No, I'm just asking.
It's playing because listen, the reason I say that is this though, because defense look different from a guard perspective versus
Give my man Tony Allen.
Ooh, Tony Allen, my God.
Claim. Give me Pat Bev from a couple of years ago.
Ooh.
Patrick Beverly.
Nah,
Patrick
he's not gonna be
Beverly
on my. Nah, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it.
He's the most foul.
He's not gonna make it on my team.
No, you gotta stick with Pat Beverly, bro. You picked him.
Capping. He's not gonna make my team.
You picked Pat Beverly.
I call cap.
No, Tony Allen for sure.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you my lineup.
Shane Batty. No,
Shane. That's tough.
Shane was tough.
So that's your 3.
I had to think about that. I had to think about that.
Who's your 3 real quick?
I had to think about that.
Name your 3 real quick.
Huh?
Name your 3 real quick.
Best defensive guard. I got 3 guards, right?
All right.
I'm going Gary Payton. I'm going Cole. Gary, cause listen, in my opinion, Kobe Bryant is his defense goes underrated because we remember him what he did on offense. Kobe Bryant may have been one of the most aggressive and one of the better defenders on the defensive side of the ball for a guard of that caliber ever. In my opinion, his defense is only matched guard wise to Gary and Mike, in my opinion. I haven't seen another guard of that caliber play defense at that level. That's just me. Now, if we're talking big men, it depends what you're looking for. Because if we're talking rebounding, if we're talking purely rebounding.
No, we just talking about guards defensively.
Well, those my guards. Those my 3 guards.
But I'm saying you said no.
If we're talking about defense on
you talking about defense. You said defense.
So we talking.
So
defense
if you take a big man, you take a big man too.
If we're talking about the boards,
D-Rod.
If we're talking about boards, Rodman all day.
D-Rod.
Now if we're talking
what
blocks,
about like somebody like my man Ben Wallace?
Ben Wallace.
I was about to say we're talking blocks. I'm taking Ben.
You know what I'm saying? Like
now,
what will he rank like all time? Like when it comes to defense, like will he rank? He's up there.
He's up there.
Listen.
I got another for. Oh, you know I forgot. My boy Ron Artest.
Listen, my 3. Listen, y'all forgot somebody.
I thought you were about to say Ron Harper.
I'm picking Cole. I'm picking Tony Allen, and I'm picking Bruce Bowen.
I like Bruce.
Bruce Bowen was clamping.
Scotty. Marcus Scotty out there. Marcus out there. Mark out there. Rodman, Pippen, Jordan. Oh, Curtis done dropped a good name. Dwayne Wade is the all-time shot blocking guard. We got to take it into account.
But listen, is D Wade, does he got better D than Tony Allen?
Oh,
not on the ball. Not on the ball, no.
What about Bruce Bowen?
Now Bruce Bowen's a forward though, technically.
He's a wing player.
Forward. He's an undersized forward.
Listen, Wayne. He's an
undersized forward.
Max knows this. Listen, you got the point and you got wings and you got forwards. So
Mark said Bruce Bowen not top 20.
Tell Mark
and guards. Listen.
Curry dropped another good name, John Stockton. John Stockton is all-time leader in steals. Stockton was a great defender. Stockton was a great defender. Now think about it. See, Curtis agrees with me. Curtis said Bowen's a hybrid. He's a hybrid. He's like
he's a 3 and D guy.
He's a tweener.
3 and D guy.
He's a tweener. Let's look at this real quick. Let's pull Kobe's numbers. I want to dig deep into the numbers to reminisce on the greatness. So Kobe's numbers: 25 points per game. This is all time. 25 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 4.7 assists. All right. Kobe is 4th all time in scoring. 5-time NBA champ. 2000, 2001, 2002, 2009, 2010. 2 times final MVP, 2009, 2010. NBA MVP, 2008. Now, this is the impressive part. 20 seasons, 18-time All-Star, 4-time All-Star MVP, 11-time NBA first team,
Who better?
Two-time NBA second team, two-time NBA third team. This is why Cole is in my defensive list. 9-time defensive first team. 3-time second team all defense. 2-time scoring champ. 1997 dunk champion.
What I'm saying, like, who better? Like going by those stats
Seasons,
alone, like
all in LA.
Greatest player of all time. Who ain't too many ranking up. You take
I would say
Jordans,
this. I would say this. I will say this. If we're talking career,
LeBron gonna be up there.
I think LeBron might be. LeBron's the only person gonna fit into the category how I define it right now. In terms of players who played more than 15 years in the league, because the benefit Mike had, it's still a long career, but he played what 13 seasons. 13,
something like that.
13, something
I
like
know,
that.
man. He did. Imagine if Mike had played like 20 seasons.
Right. But we don't know.
But he didn't.
I think about it. For a player to play 15 plus seasons, I don't think there's a better resume outside of maybe. There's not a better resume as far as accolades. I don't think. Period.
So arguably Cole the best ever. Like, I mean, of course you can argue it, but
I would say I'm not gonna say it, but you can make the argument for it.
Yeah, you can make the argument for it. And you can make the argument that he's better than Mike too.
Nah, bro. Unacceptable, bro.
No, bro. Hold on, wait. Hold on, Wayne. Be honest. You just named those stats.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make the argument that he's better than Mike. Just the argument. We're not saying he's better.
It's gonna be hard to prove it. It's gonna be hard to justify it, but the only thing with Mike's stats are stupid.
Max.
Yeah, Mike Jones crazy.
You need a drink, bro. You need a drink.
Man, Cole better than Kobe.
Nah, bro.
Listen.
Now I would say this. I will say this though. In my opinion, Kobe is the fastest player to go to superstardom, to figure out superstardom and to figure out how to be a championship player. In my opinion, he's the quickest player to figure out how to be a superstar and a champion.
I'm not gonna rain down on Kobe's parade because this is the uplift Kobe and show the excellence. So we not.
Hold up. Can I test? Go ahead, Kurt. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Can we make up? How did I say this? I don't know what I was saying. Is it a false narrative? No, hold on. Is it a false narrative that the first person you think about, everybody says who's the best player of all time is Michael Jordan, right? Yeah, that's what everybody says. But you got people like Kareem. You got people like Wilt. A few others, Oscar Robertson. All these other guys. But I'm saying because everybody reach.
Bill Russell.
Everybody reach.
There's a lot of names you can throw.
Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. He's the greatest. And cool. What I'm saying is that like a false, maybe not a false narrative, maybe I'm not using that right, but that's where everybody
he's an easy go-to.
It's an easy go-to without giving you like, because all these dudes was great in their respective eras. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people, just reach for Mike just because somebody else says it. Like, oh, Mike is the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT. He's this, that, and the third. But it was other guys that were great, and numbers in that era were the truth.
They ain't had them Jordan numbers, though. They ain't had that, bro.
So I'm posing it like,
You definitely
I won't say it's a false narrative.
You could definitely pose the question.
The greatest.
You could.
It's debatable.
I'm posing that question.
Listen, Wayne. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Name a 40-year-old NBA player that averaged over 20 points a game. Name one besides Michael Jordan.
But we could name people that we could throw out lofty stats that people will fall into by themselves all the time though.
Cole is the only other person I know. Cole was like, what, 37, 36?
Cole didn't play that.
That's impressive.
But that's my point. That's a good point though. But that's a good point though, Curry. But too, if Cole would have played in his 40s, I'm pretty sure he would average 20 plus points a game.
But he didn't average 20 points at 37. He didn't. He only averaged like 17.
Yeah, let's pull that last season. Let's pull that last season. He was 30.
He averaged 20.
You gotta say he had
Jordan,
the Achilles injury too, though. Like you gotta think.
yeah, but Jordan had a 40-point game and a 50-point game at 40.
Kobe had a 60-point game at.
That's why I said.
So you can make it. You can always make the debate. You can always make the debate. But let's pull these last couple of seasons. Look at these numbers real quick. So he averaged. We could debate it. He averaged 17.6 the last season. The season before that, he averaged 22. But healthy Kobe, like right before he went down injury, he was averaging 27 points, 27 to 28. So I mean, it's debated. Yeah, I think too that he averaged 25 for a career. And the fact that he averaged, I think this is the thing too that we take for granted. He managed to average 25 points for his career, which spanned 20 years, and that's after riding the bench the first 2 seasons. Like Kobe only averages 8 points a game his rookie season, and he averages 15 the next season because he doesn't see much playing time. He only starts 7 games in the first 2 seasons.
What did Jordan average his first year?
He had to. He played. Jordan went to a trash team. Exactly. We gotta say Jordan went to a team that Jordan was the best player on the team immediately. So he had to put them numbers up. If Kobe stayed in Charlotte, Kobe probably been averaging 25 points that first season in Charlotte.
Yo, but think about it. Like, imagine if Kobe. Hold on, what they saying? What they saying in the comments?
Oh, hold up, we got a lot.
They talking real.
Yo, just imagine if Kobe did go to Charlotte though.
They talking real reckless.
They talking about. I'm not even looking at those comments right now.
Bro, they talking about I got a prison background, bro. Like, come on, man.
They talking about the bubble.
Yo, imagine.
Man, it's all right. I can have a prison background.
Yo. Imagine imagine if Cole did go to you know what I'm saying, Charlotte. What if he started his career in Charlotte though?
Cole starts his career in Charlotte. Cole's probably averages 20, 25.
I don't know. I give him 15.
Who would say Curry Lee? I think
his rookie year, he showed glimpses of greatness, but he still had to. He had to be groomed.
But he didn't play. That's my thing. Though he didn't play though.
So this is my thing. What was it? Eddie Jones, right?
So he played behind Eddie Jones, yeah.
Eddie Jones was tough.
You gotta think he was on a team with. So he was on a team with Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel. He wasn't gonna see much playing time at the guard position.
Okay, he had to grow into that position.
But no, it's not a matter of growing. It's a matter of I have 2 all-star guards on my team already. I'm not gonna bring the rookie in to play, even if he is good. You gotta think too. Kobe came out of high school, so we don't know how great he is yet. They look. He was 17. Like this kid, he's good. Man, would you if just from not thinking about who Kobe becomes?
Plus the Lakers though.
Think about it from a realistic perspective, right? I have 2 proven all-star guards on my team. Are you really gonna start a 17-year-old kid from high school over my 2 all-star guards?
No.
I mean that's real.
Yeah,
you gotta think too. Kobe goes right to the all-star team soon. Once Kobe gets in the starting lineup, he becomes an all-star. Like that. With Shaq, with Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel.
Yeah.
Immediately. Matter of fact, yeah, this is a testament to Kobe's greatness too. Kobe was so good, so fast, he made 2 all-star guards expendable. Listen, imagine that now. Think about that, right? A franchise realized you are good enough at 19 that I can let go 2 all-star guards and know I'm good.
Another thing too, you gotta think about it. Like those guys, those guys require the basketball. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean?
Hey, yo, hold on. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop this for a second. We gotta stop this, bro.
You know what I'm saying, though, Wayne? Those guys need the rock to be effective.
Max and Wayne, go to the comments right now, bro.
Hold on.
I see the comment.
Wayne,
go to the bro.
So both those guys, to be effective, they need the rock. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They need the rocks.
You know what? I'm about to pour me another drink, bro.
Pour another drink.
So you bringing a guy like like Derek Fisher, because I think Derek Fisher came in the same year Kobe
They
did.
can't say yeah. They both got it 96.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That
and then you got to think about Derek. Derek didn't get no burn whatsoever in the first couple.
Right. But it made
Man,
sense
go
though.
to the
You know what I'm saying?
comments,
Because Nick was a scoring guard. You know what I mean?
Yep. Easy.
Go to the comments, Max.
Look, we see the comments. We see the comments.
Since we got people commenting, you know what I'm
roasted.
saying? I want to give a shout out to my bro, Curtis Rogers. You know what I'm saying? He got a birthday coming up this week. He going to be over there at 35 hump. You know what I'm saying?
Curtis Rogers.
Curtis Rogers.
Birthday brethren.
You're going to be 35. You're going to be 35, bro. 35 like KD.
I'm right behind you, Curtis. I'm right behind you, Curtis. I'm right there.
Hey, man, listen. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Y'all go take your – listen, you 35 plus. Go take that CMOS. Go ahead. Take the CMOS.
Here come Jose CMOS plug again.
Go listen. Go take
weekly,
the CMOS.
His weekly CMOS plug.
Listen, you better be getting a check from CMOS.
Get your lemon water. Get a little drink. It's gonna be good, man. 35 plus. I got, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in 35 plus yet. I ain't gonna be there for, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
But 35 plus.
That's funny.
CMOS.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Let's wrap this last little bit up. We're gonna wrap up with Kobe's legacy. What is Kobe's what legacy has he, the legacy you think about when you think about Kobe, and then we'll go into shameless plug and closing statements. All right,
arguably the best player of all time, man. That's the legacy. You know what I'm saying? His legacy gonna live on forever, man. Like, you know,
I'd say with the legacy, man, closest thing to Jordan, hands down. I don't and listen, when it come to work ethic, him and Jordan, they right there. You know what I'm saying? Like they really like spit images of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk though. Real talk. I don't think there's a harder worker than Kobe.
I agree with that.
I don't think there's a harder worker than Kobe. Because one thing I will notice about the difference between Kobe and Mike, I hear stories of Mike like having vices. I don't know if Kobe has a vice. I think Kobe's vice is basketball.
Yeah.
I think Kobe's vice is basketball. When I think about Kobe's legacy, I just think about, tenacious, win at all costs type dude, who gave it his all on the court at all times.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. All right. This has been a great episode, guys. Let's wrap with shameless plug. I'm gonna let Jose. I know you got something in the pipeline.
Listen, man. It's Return of the Jedi for February. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally dropping some new music. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be coming in February. Keep you guys plugged in. You know when it's gonna drop. You know where what websites, what platforms it's gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come with some visuals too. You know what I'm saying? So you guys just stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just basically just gonna pop my shit. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So
I wanna say rest in peace to another Philadelphia legend.
Another legend.
Philadelphia great. John Chaney, coach for Temple University for some years. Be honest with you, I think Cole looked up to John Chaney. Of course.
I think everybody
without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? John Chaney was like the epitome. When you talk about Philly greats, John Chaney is like, you know what I'm saying? He up there, man.
Chaney, he is Philly basketball.
He is Philly basketball, man. Like, you know what I mean? Has some good teams. Rest in peace, Cicely Tyson.
GOAT. The real GOAT.
You know what I'm saying? True icon, what my favorite Sounder. Sounder was my
yeah.
Used to watch that joint in school. That was like my favorite. Rest in peace to those greats. Yeah, no.
All right, for me, shameless plug. Again, catch me every Monday. Jokes at the Joint. Me and the rest of the certified comments. The following Monday, February 8th, having my 35th birthday celebration open mic. Come out, support local comedy.
Dang, boy, you about to be
I'll
35
be
too, bro?
35. So I'll be 35 on the 9th, having a celebration on the 8th. So
Man,
shout out,
I'm gonna get you some sea moss for your birthday, bro.
Give me
Sea
sea moss shots
bro.
for everybody.
Moss, bro.
Sea moss shots for everybody.
Hey, you know, the performance start going down at 35, bro. Curtis Rogers, I got you too, bro, with some sea moss, bro. I got you, bro.
Aquarius season.
Yeah, bro. Listen,
Aquarius
man.
season.
Keep the performance going, man. That's all. That's only advice I can give y'all. You know, I ain't 35. You know what I'm saying?
My performance ain't never went nowhere, but we're gonna leave it there. I'm just leave it there.
Hey man. Hey man,
You know
on that
what?
note. On that note, man, go ahead and finish this.
On that note, look, Mamba mentality. I keep the Mamba mentality at all times.
Stupid.
With the sea moss.
Stupid.
Man, on that note, it's been a great episode, guys. Thank y'all for hopping on with us tonight. R.I.P. Kobe.
Kobe.
The Beam.
Cold.
We'll catch y'all boys next week. Look forward to seeing y'all. Peace.
Yo.